Welcome back to Cool Magic Forum. Today we're studying one of the greatest sleights in all of card magic, the Classic Pass. So grab a deck of cards and let's get this started. Okay, so today we're taking a real good hard look at the Classic Pass. Like I said, one of the most important sleights you're ever going to learn. Oftentimes kind of a dreaded sleight, I guess. Very early on in my learning card magic, I had seen the Classic Pass and decided to take it upon myself to learn it, that it was difficult. I heard a lot of people talking about, oh, how hard the Classic Pass is and how great it is if you can actually pull off a great Classic Pass. So one of my first little goals was to learn the Classic Pass and really get it down. And now I do it a lot of times just when I'm sitting around watching videos and things. I sit and I practice it. I'm kind of doing it loosely that right now, and I'm going to show you guys a couple more details of it here in a few. But yeah, that's Classic Pass. Often will always just use to bring a card from the bottom pack up to the top, taking a chosen card. So you have the 5 of spades chosen, and it's put in the middle of the pack, and I shove that in and get myself a nice little break. Get your pinky in there in this one, okay? You can experiment with how little that you want to get your pinky in there and how much you want, but I would say pretty much the first joint is always good, because you're going to pinch, see your ring finger and your pinky, pinch the top packet in between those, okay? And then what's going to happen, so you're going to go over here with your right hand. Okay, now I'm right-handed, so I hold the deck in my left hand. Just mirror me, just follow along, or just mirror me either way. If you are left-handed, you would do it in the opposite way. Whatever your dominant hand is, though, that's going to come over and then reach over into the very far corners, left hand corners. You are going to grab those, okay, way over. And it does help with a little bit of the speed. Here's another tip, is to push the cards hard, that bottom pack hard, into that left thumb, okay? Now, there's two different ways here that it all just kind of depends on you and your feeling, but a lot of times I keep my thumb across the cards like that when I'm doing the pass. Okay, now the pass is going to happen about right there. Okay, just like that. Do it real slowly. All right, and then see 5 of spades is back up on top. The other way when you get to that point, okay, is you have your thumb at the side of the deck. The Royal Road to Card Magic, that's the way that they teach it, and really stress the importance of keeping it your thumb at the side. It does provide a little bit more cover for this corner, because where the Classic Pass flashes is at this corner and this corner. Okay, generally. Okay, now you can make it flash from these corners, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to swing the cards out so far that they come out from underneath the hand. Okay, now I am fortunate. I do have larger hands, and I can keep the Classic Pass pretty much concealed underneath my entire hand. Okay, that time I drag a card along with it, but yeah, it's I can keep my if I don't keep my hands too tight, which is another important thing to do, is to keep them relaxed. When it comes time to do the pass, don't tense up whatever you do, and that'll come with practicing it, with just tons of practicing it. Okay, but once again, let's go back to where we were at. You would maybe have your thumb, if you prefer, your thumb across the deck like that. I see places teaching it across the deck like that. In fact, I'm going to tell you where all the places where I learned the Classic Pass at. I'm not going to be able to give you like a full in-depth tutorial like they can, but definitely go out and check Jay Sankey's video on the Classic Pass. Check out 52 Cards Classic Pass video, very, very good. And of course, Disturbed Reality has a nice long, about 15-minute long look at just the Classic Pass. Okay, not even the extra moves that we could go into it that make the Classic Pass a little bit more invisible. And I'm going to go into the invisibility too of the Classic Pass here in a few moments also. So do stick around for that. But yeah, back where we were at, if you had your thumb across the deck there, once again grabbing the bottom pack on these far corners. Okay, now your right hand should really just be there for a little bit of leverage. Some people talk about when they start the pass. See, it starts to lift. You're lifting these around. Okay. You also hinge up. Okay. You also hinge that up and bring it around. See what I'm saying? So you just use that like as a hinge. Okay. Now early on when you're starting to learn the classic pass, that's fine. Pick up those and bring them right around. That makes less noise. Okay. Now what your goal is going to be, though, ultimately, watch the bottom pack. I want the bottom pack to move as little as possible. I want to swing these cards around. I want to bring that, and that's it. So at speed, just if I can do it, it's a lot of times at speed, just that's it. They don't move. They don't move. I have kind of a habit, and a lot of people I notice have a habit of swinging this pinky out during the pass, and a lot of times I've been here practicing, trying to keep the pass, this hand, the bottom pack of cards, completely still. Okay, now I kind of move it around a little bit with the pinky, but I have a habit of flaring it out like that sometimes. When you do the pass, or flaring out all the fingers, and that's not, I mean, it's acceptable. I see a lot of people doing it, but I think it opens up a lot of windows, and I think that, the pass can be done completely underneath your hand, okay? Very little motion coming from that top hand, okay? Very little, okay? See, so where we're at, yeah, you got your thumb across there, and once again, this is what's going on underneath, okay? You're picking that up, it's bringing and hinging out. We're going to drop them because we're at this angle, and you see, just going right back to the bottom there, okay? Really, it can be a challenge, and it just takes a little bit of practice to do. Like I said, the classic pass, it is not designed to be invisible. So if you're just always worried about it and trying to make sure that you're doing it, and oh man, somebody's going to see me doing it, oh man, they're going to be able to tell I just did a classic pass. They don't know what a classic pass is. Okay, a lot of times they may see that you did something with the cards. A lot of times, and that's where you get to start covering it up with riffling the deck. And the little jiggle move, I like doing that right after the pass, spreading the deck around, just like that. And the thing is with the classic passes, it is not exactly designed to be invisible, okay? I think that one of the greatest ways to make the classic pass invisible is make sure and do it when they're not looking at your hand. Okay, not looking at the deck at all. In fact, if you were to have somebody just pick a card, say it's the 8 of spades there, and then we put it back into the deck there. Okay, then you slide it in and get your break there. And okay, John, you remember what your card was? And they're going to look right up at you because you said their name. And as soon as you say that, you just watch their eyes. Just watch their eyes. It's a good thing, crowd control, to watch people's eyes. I do it all the time. I'm kind of amazed about it. Sometimes the people that say, oh, okay, I'm really going to watch your hands, and they really can't watch your hands. They look around, they look up at you. When you say something, they look at you. When you look at them, they look at you. And they could have swore they were staring at your hands the whole time, because those little split seconds when they looked up to you, it didn't matter. And those are going to be the times when you're going to be pulling the classic pass right there. You remember what your card is? Okay. It goes that quick. Okay, and I swear, they look right up at you. You can really try that. It's amazing. Those little things that you can do and say to control where people's eyes are at. But anyhow, yeah, there's little things that you can do with the classic pass that make it just a little bit more invisible. Just a little jiggle like that is always good. There's a lot of them. In fact, like I said, check out 52 Cards, Disturb Reality. Check out Jay Sankey's. They'll give you a couple of little really good ideas on how to hide the classic pass a little bit more. Sometimes with a little upwards motion, bringing it back down, kind of go up and bring it back down, and things like that. But I think sometimes that opens up even a little bit of windows, and you don't want to do that. It's one of those things you can kind of get your whole body into in a position quickly. If you just turn yourself to the left with the back of your hand facing their eyes, that's going to work out really good too. You're just going to be able to do it very, very quickly. I'm trying to do it and make sure that see what I'm saying, to keep all of the cards stay underneath of my hand. Okay, and I try to keep that pinky kind of in control there. provides a little bit of stability and just kind of gets out of the way a little bit. I think that's why people get in a bad habit of swinging it really far, is to make sure that it's out of the way and everything. But it's pretty easy to just keep it there, keep it still, because that's the other thing that you're going to want to do. The classic pass should be done quietly. It does not necessarily have to be done at an extreme high speed. Okay, it just needs to be done. Okay, and the way to keep it quiet is to keep the cards, they don't really ever have to touch. Okay, just swinging the bottom packet, or the top packet rather, right around the bottom packet like that. So it can be kept very, very quiet. Very, very, very quiet. Okay? Really simple. But yeah, practice that. The good way to practice that too, if you're starting out, do it with 2 cards. Do it with 2 cards. Start out and just get that motion, that feel of how they're gonna go. Okay? Just get it. Just kind of do it with 2 cards. And see the motion and see how your hand movements are going to go, and then move them up to maybe half the deck and then the full deck. Okay, yeah, like I said, you can do a lot with your hands to provide cover, and it doesn't really matter the size of your hands. Small hands, you can still, very easy. You can do this. Go right around that. Okay, it's not that difficult. Just because you're not really swinging the cards so much up like that within your hands. You're just kind of dragging them out. See, when they get to the edge, you're going straight up on them, almost touching, but not quite touching. Then bring that right around there to the bottom. Okay, a little jiggle there to hide it, but yeah, other than that, it can be just really simple and really deceiving. Okay, like that. That was a little noisy because I accidentally got another card in there. You gotta not do that. You gotta not let like a card stick to your hands there. That's one thing. That's one thing that can kind of mess you up a little bit on this. Okay, but like that, yeah. So you guys take a look at that. Take a look at the videos that I was talking about, and yeah, just study that and practice it. Practice it. I still do, and I think I like the classic pass. One thing I really do like about doing this pass is that it is a really good exercise for your hands. Okay, very good hand-eye coordination kind of thing. Makes your hands and fingers all work together. If you concentrate on keeping them still, keeping that bottom, try to do it with keeping the bottom packet without moving. Like barely. Like if you just need to lift it up just a little bit to get the other ones out of the way, then you're doing that. Because it kind of gives you a good movement to do that. Cover it up with a nice little riffle or something like that. And those are just little suggestions. Once again, yeah, go check out the videos by Disturbed Reality, 52 cards, and of course Jay Sankey does a fantastic classic pass tutorial. Definitely go check out those, and they give you some really nice fine details with the pass. You're going to notice them though. The more you practice, the more you're going to notice the little nuances and the little things and how your hands are working together, whether you want to keep your thumb across the deck or if you want to keep it here at the side. Either way, just you will start to see and notice the little things, and your fingers will start to work together, and you'll be able to say, well, I can do that, and I can really try to keep that bottom still like that. It doesn't even move. That really, really adds to the deception right there, that. Okay? But yeah, you guys definitely do practice that, and I think it's about time we start to talk about the contest. I got to talk about the April contest before I get out of here. Of course, in the month of April, going to be 2 different winners. One will receive a 4-pack of this bicycle playing cards, 2 red decks and 2 black decks. Also, another winner is going to get a red deck and a blue deck of the Russell and Morgan bicycle playing cards. Really awesome cards, all of them here. So yeah, and every video, to get qualified into the contest, what you have to do, first and foremost, and very important, even if you're already qualified for this contest, give this video a big thumbs up. Would you reach up there? Very important. Really helps this channel out a lot. I really appreciate it. Hit the like button there. Okay, you also have to be a subscriber to Cool Magic Forum. Only subscribers win here, so do subscribe. If it is your first time here at Cool Magic Forum, do hit that subscribe button for me. And as well, every video I ask a question, and I have people answer that question in the comment section below to get qualified for the contest. And as a matter of fact, the last video's question inspired me to do this video. My last question was, what sleight of hand was the hardest one for you to learn, or which one do you want to learn that is hard for you? And I got a lot of great answers down there. You guys on the second deal and bottom deals and that. Oh, yeah, we're gonna get into that as I get better at those. Those are really tough moves. You guys are right, but from what everybody says, they get a lot simpler with practice. I can do a bottom deal. I can't do a bottom deal silently. But yeah, we'll figure those things out. Center double lift is another one I'm going to be showing on here real soon too. That people came up with an idea. Center double lift, it can be a very good card control. Can make it an ability for you to do a lot of great tricks. The center double lift. So, going to be getting into that into the future. But people said that they had a hard time with the classic pass, so I decided, hey, I know the classic pass. I took it upon myself to really learn it, and I am fortunate. I do have larger hands, so I can do the classic pass, and I do it as a great exercise. So really, thanks a lot, you guys, for all the great answers on the last video. That was really a lot of great interaction. But on this video, I think the question that I'm going to ask of you is, what is your favorite sleight of hand to do? The one that you have mastered and is now your favorite one. You love doing it in tricks. Could be a double lift. That maybe you've had a hard time in doing a double lift, and now you're pretty good at it, and you get a little bit more confident at it. I've recently become more confident at my double lift because I was doing a few things. Maybe it's the Elmsley count that you learned, and you're real confident about doing your Elmsley count, which, by the way, I recently discovered learning and teaching myself and forcing myself to do the Elmsley count, which I found out is a whole lot of fun to practice. Also helped me, I think, with my double lift and really getting the feel and pushing over 2 cards at once. Little tip for you, okay? But yeah, that's the question for this video is, what's your favorite sleight of hand now that you have mastered, one that you think that you're good at, it, that you've gotten good at and you're confident at? What is your favorite sleight of hand move to do, your go-to, the one that you really like to do now, okay? And answer that question down below, and that'll help get you qualified, of course, for the April contest. 4 decks of bicycle playing cards, 2 of the Russell Morgan bicycle playing cards up for grabs for the month of April. Okay? Hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope you really practice the classic pass. Very important. Promise me you're going to take this video and go to the other videos I was telling you to go to. Go there, study the classic pass, and learn it. It opens the doors for all the other passes. A lot of other passes become a lot more easier once you know the classic pass and how it's working. Things like the pullback pass, things like that. I should have that one totally out on open, but things like that get a little bit easier for you. Even when it gets to the Hoffman pass and things like that you're going to do on the table, they all become easier. Learn the classic pass. It gives you and builds you a lot of muscle memory. Okay, it really helps out your hand-eye coordination and everything, to the point where you don't need your eyes for it. Okay, you will do it totally by feel, and because a lot of times you're going to be looking at the person. Realize you're going to be looking at the spectator because you want them to be looking at you. So the time when you do the pass, you're not going to be able to look at your hands. You're going to be looking at them so that they are looking at you. Right there. Biggest tip that I can tell you to make the classic pass invisible. Right there. But once again, hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Do go practice the classic pass and let me know how it's going down in the comment section below. Please do that, okay? Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you very much. Stay cool, and I will see you in my next one.